everyone, Anya here at ourgabledhome.com, and today I want to take you right behind the scenes here in our urban homestead kitchen and show you my favorite equipment that I am using to record my videos. Now, the dichotomy is not lost on me that while I am showing you oftentimes old-fashioned recipes and showing you old-fashioned skills, I'm using super high-tech behind the scenes. But you probably wouldn't want to watch my videos if the quality was bad, if it looked really amateurish. And yeah, I have come a long way. If you were to go back all the way to the beginning of my first videos, I wasn't using quite the equipment that I am using now. And it's certainly an evolution because you try something and then you learn about some other products that you think work better. And this is what happened, that over time I added more products and exchanged more products that I am using. And sometimes there's some new technology that comes out where I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is so perfect for me. And this is actually what happened in my case. And I want to share that with you and share with you why I'm so excited about the current setup that I have. All of the products that I'm using, there's nothing sponsored. This is not an ad. No company has asked me to do this or is paying me for this. So it's just my own opinion here, honest review about what works well and what doesn't work well for me. And a lot of the products that I'm using are by a company called Elgato. If you've never heard of Elgato, that's a company that mostly sold to and targeted gamers and streamers, but a lot of their products are just perfect for me. And this is what this video is all about. So the first product I'd like to mention is the MultiMount, and it is a small single pole tripod, if you will. And what I love about it is that I have a stand that's heavy duty. It has a really small footprint, which is amazing for my smallish, I know it's all relative, but there's a lot going on in my kitchen. And with a traditional tripod, I found myself stepping over the legs all the time and sometimes couldn't get the tripod far enough away from me where I was trying to show you something. And so I love the MultiMount. Also, what I love about the MultiMount is that it has what they call a flex arm kit where I can bend it and shape it in any which direction. So let's say I'm doing something over here, I can have the MultiMount right here and have the arm and then have a bird's eye view over what I'm doing right here. It's pretty portable. It doesn't take up a lot of space. I mostly actually leave my main video camera mounted on the MultiMount and I just move it out of the way, tuck it into a corner, and it can just sit there and it's really good to go. I am recording 80% of the videos in my kitchen, so this is really a lifesaver. The MultiMount also comes with a smartphone attachment, and my B-roll typically is my iPhone. I'll be talking about why I'm using that and what I am using, what kind of app I'm using to record my videos. So I can attach my iPhone for the B-roll on it, and it's just absolutely perfect. So I'm going to show you the MultiMount here. As you see, I have my iPhone attached up here. There is a little screw, actually not so little, it's actually pretty big, where I can move it all the way around. And with this, I'm just gonna turn my app off here. So as you can see, I can clamp my iPhone in here and I can set it to where I want it. And then I have a lot of ways to adjust it here and make it taller, which I am going to do for this video to show you how tall it can be. And it's pretty sturdy. So this is the tallest it can be, and then it has all these joints. So let's say I was going to record something over here, I can figure out which joint I'm going to use. And this one goes like this. And then I can record what I'm doing here. Now, as you see, there is a little bit of sway here, which is one of the downsides of this multi-mount, but I can just go like this and then very lightly touch the record button and be good to go. My latest addition is called a key light, and in the past I was, for better lighting, even though we have a lot of light, we have a window on this side and we have a window on that side, I needed a little bit more light on my face or in my work area, and I was traditionally using those soft boxes that come on smaller tripods and for the camera because they're lighter. And again, so between my camera tripod and the soft boxes, I just often, was constantly stepping over things, and it became really cumbersome. Now, when I learned about the key light, I thought, oh, this is so perfect. And this is perfect for another reason. With the windows that we have and the way our kitchen has been added on to the house, it gets so warm in here. Now, sometimes when I set something up, and I want to say 99% of the time, I set everything up by myself. I don't have any helpers. I don't have any other people here with me. I need to figure out the angle and the view and the this and the that. And by the time I'm done, it gets so hot in here with the heat that comes from the soft boxes that I'll just be sweating and not really enjoying it and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be sweaty on camera and this doesn't look good. So that wasn't really a good thing. And the Elgato key light is great for two reasons. First of all, it's really small. And secondly, it's LED, so it doesn't emit a lot of heat. A little bit, but not just like soft boxes. And what I also love about it is that I can adjust the brightness and the temperature. Now, this comes from an app from my phone. So while I'm using my phone for B-roll, I can't really adjust it, which is sometimes, you can't have it all. Oh, a little dog here. But it works well enough for me. And I can attach it to either here my kitchen counter. I have done that in the past where I have recorded a chair repairing video, and I was right here just a little bit in front of me, and I opened up this cabinet to have a little bit more space to attach the key light to. I could, if I wanted to, get another multi-mount, so I would have 3 multi-mounts. Now I only have 2, but I think I'm okay for now with just having the key light clamp onto something, or I have this kitchen table that I am clamping the key light onto right at this moment. And here's the key light that plugs into an outlet. And as I said, now I'm blinding everybody here. I'm gonna turn this off for now. Right. So I can attach it here to my countertop, and there's a clamp here. And what's nice about this system is that everything is compatible. So I could attach this joint right here to a multi-mount, and then I would have the same flexibility. However, you can see that with this, I can have it at all sorts of angles, which with my soft boxes often I didn't have, where I thought, okay, I don't want the light straight on. I want it actually facing down. And then I did all sorts of crazy setups where I had to use sandbags to make sure that my tripods didn't tip over, and that wasn't perfect. So this is actually really nice. This is not on the tallest setting. You have a lot more room, and then you have another one. I'm not going to do that right now. I just want to show you the light here and the temperature. Let's have it facing this way. So here on my phone, I have an app, and I can turn it on. There it is. I can change the brightness. This is pretty bright. And I can also change the temperature. So this is really warm. And this is very cold. And then I'm using a wireless microphone. I actually really enjoy it. I have the transmitter here in the back of my pocket. Usually I'm wearing jeans, so that's no problem to put it in there. And then I have the receiver attached to my camera, and I think it has really good audio. I do have a Rode mic that attaches to my camera, but the camera that I'm using doesn't have that, and I just find this really easy. Sometimes I'm running around, and so this works well for me, and there are some really inexpensive ones that you can get out there. My main recording camera is a Sony a6300. I am a little bit tech challenged, and I always have this hump where I'm thinking, oh my gosh, now I need to learn another thing. And the Sony camera is perfect because I think it gives me good enough quality, and I have it in a set it and forget it mode where I just record it. I have another camera that I've had for years. It's an older Nikon D600. They don't make that anymore, so there's a Nikon D610. That's a successor model. And I always felt like while it was giving me really good quality, theoretically, it had so many buttons and I was using it not up to its potential, and I was always overwhelmed, and I had a few snafus where I recorded something and something happened and it didn't record, and my bread was made and I had to wait another day to make another bread, and it just became really frustrating. So I feel like I'm better at making ferments like kefir and all these other things and baking bread than learning new technology, and this is where it needs to be really easy and straightforward and simple for me, and not too many functions and features that I need to learn. As I said, my B-roll camera is my iPhone 10, and for that I'm using an app. It's called Filmic Pro. It costs, I want to say, about $16, and I have a few more functions and features on my Filmic Pro recording app, such as the angle. If I'm doing tele, zoom, or wide angle, I can adjust the ISO a little bit, and I can have a flexible focus versus a status focus. So there's a lot more options that it actually gives me. And then once I'm done recording, I am using Final Cut Pro. In the past, I have used iMovie, which I thought was great, but my husband happened to have Final Cut Pro. And again, Final Cut Pro was something where I thought, oh my gosh, now I need to learn another application, another program. And even though Final Cut Pro is said to be an evolution, just like iMovie, but a little bit better, it had so many features, and I have to say it was really frustrating for me in the beginning because I was doing something, I couldn't figure out what it did, and it got me into some mode that I couldn't get out of, and then I lost something, or I did something I couldn't figure out how I did it before when I wanted to do it again. So you get the drift. But I want to just encourage everybody out there thinking of a professional video editing program, just stick with it. I did too, and if I can stick with it and have the perseverance and learn it, you can too. But again, iMovie was working fine. There's no reason not to use iMovie if you don't want to invest in any of this. Now, of course, nothing is ever completely perfect, and I want to mention a few things that I don't like or wish were a little bit different. So first of all, everything that is working really nicely often comes with a price tag, and that is definitely the case for the MultiMount. By the time you have the stand, the MultiMount, the flex arm kit, and the smartphone holder, you actually pay quite a bit of money. I am leaving the exact dollar amount up here in the corner. So that's something that you know, you can get a regular tripod for way less money. Another thing that I'm not so crazy about the MultiMount is that, let's say I am recording a video here with my B-roll and I'm pressing the button on my iPhone. Just because I'm touching it, there is a little bit of sway, but typically because I'm recording all the videos by myself, by the time I have pressed the button and then gotten into my spot where I'm doing something here by the sink or here on the counter or on the table, the sway has stopped and it has become still. And also in Final Cut Pro, I can go into the stabilization mode. For the key light, I have to say same thing. It is pretty expensive. Again, it comes with a lot of features. Your typical softbox has one button on off and that's it. The key light has a temperature setting, warm, cold, and it has a brightness setting, and it is pretty small for how powerful it is. So it comes with a price tag. I think it's about $200 for one light. So that's something that you have to choke up, but I think it's totally worth it. The wireless microphone, again, it's a piece of equipment in my pocket. If you had something that you attach to the camera, it's just you attach it and that's good to go, and you don't need to turn it on. With the wireless mic, I need to make sure it's charged. It's pretty easy to see whether you need to charge the transmitter, receiver, or both, and I'm pretty good about keeping all of those charged at all times. I so hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new here on my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I upload a new video every week. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.